I don't actually get my music to stop. Because I get myself set up, I get everything going. I'm like, all right, I'm actually mostly on time. And then we still have to insert some chaos because that's how it is here. So, yeah. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Hello. I am a practical eccentric, and surprise, it's Dreamlight Valley. Because, even though it sounds weird to say, knowing there's still 9 days left in this event, Star Path thingy, we're actually kind of running out of time for prepping for the next Star Path / content update. I imagine we have about 2.5 weeks, maybe up to 3 weeks or so before more content is going to drop, which sounds like a lot of time, but the older I get, the more I realize how fast time can go. Like my time off this week. This is it. This is the last day. I had this whole week off and I got most of the stuff done that I wanted to get done. I still have some stuff to do today, but that's okay. But that dovetails into my quote of the day. So let's do the quote of the day. Quote of the day is, if I had to live my life again, I'd make the same mistakes, only sooner. And that's from Tallulah Bankhead. And the reason this quote stuck out to me is over this last year, I've been doing a lot of like self-improvement type things, whether or not it's my outlook, whether or not it's actual actionable things to do, or whether or not it's just, you know, learning to cope with the ups and downs of life better. Not perfect, obviously, still human. Didn't change that. But I know I've mentioned it in many streams recently where it's just like This time of year, I'm feeling more energetic than I usually do. I'm feeling more motivated. I'm feeling more excited about getting to do some things. I'm already starting to think about like how excited I'm going to be in a month or two once it starts to warm up to get back to some artsy craftsy stuff. I've got some cleanup stuff to do. There's always things that pile and accumulate that I'm going to have to like purge, you know, that whole spring cleaning thing. I'm already thinking about being ready to do that, not tomorrow, but like when it comes. It's not going to be okay, I have to gear up for that. I'm already like, you know, a couple more months, we'll get to that stuff and it'll be fine. And this quote reminded me of, there was a cartoon or a little comic that I saw before where it was somebody inside their house and somebody knocks on their door and it's their inner demon knocking on their door, and instead of slamming the door in your inner demon's face or trying to ignore it, reject it, pretend it doesn't exist, stuff it down, suppress it, the next panel was the person having tea with their inner demon, like accepting them and just saying, hey, I know you are a part of me. And that's kind of what this quote reminds me of. Like, it sounds nice to be like, I would love to never make mistakes. But the truth of the matter is that you are inevitably going to make mistakes because you are a human. You are flawed. It's just part of learning and growing. That's how you get better, is by having mistakes, being an asshole, doing things, you know, at the time seem justified, and later reflecting and going, you know, I probably could have handled that better or different or whatever, or it alters how you handle things in the future. And that's what they do. So I think a lot of this process this last year is accepting who I really am, not some fantasy version of myself. Trying to, you know, acknowledge those mistakes, whether or not I get the opportunity to acknowledge them, if they happen with another person or not. Just, you know, accepting the fact that the ideal fantasy version of me would never say the wrong thing, or never have a tone to their voice, or never get mad, or always be patient, or whatever. And that's just not real life. So, you know, kind of critically looking at yourself and going, yep, that was a mistake, or yep, I should have handled that better, or yep, I was an asshole, or yep, like sometimes I'm just in a shit mood and it just comes out, and you know, but like looking at it helps you kind of be able to go back and go, I could be better next time, or apologize, or whatever it needs to be. And yeah, so I think it's just about, this quote for me was more about like self-acceptance. It'd be great to learn some of these lessons earlier in life, especially when it comes to how I deal with my own self, not even necessarily with other people, although that kind of translates, right? Like if you can learn how to deal with your own self and your own BS and all of that sooner, you can kind of help translate those lessons to other people, whether or not it's people you love and interact with daily, or whether or not it is, you know, a stranger at the store, you know, like really looking at yourself and really analyzing and really like, not like I'm going to hyper fixate on that, because that's another level of obsessive bad that can happen, but just kind of objectively looking at it and going, you know, I could do things better. I could be better next time, or whatever. And part of the reason this quote fit was because this week kind of went as planned. I had planned to do lots of content creation stuff. I had planned on getting videos filmed and voiceovers recorded and graphic design elements done and audio clips done. And I have mostly done that. I did not get as much. I mean, I'm always ambitious. I'm always like, I'm going to get 20 million things done. And then I get 2 things done. And I can still celebrate the 2 things, even if it's not. Like, I was kind of feeling bummed last night and this morning a little bit about the fact that I did not get as much headway done on my decorating series, but it's okay. I'm not behind. Well, I'm a little bit behind because I still have to record the voiceovers for tomorrow's video, but I do have the videos recorded. So it really is just the voiceovers and then putting everything together. And then I do have the next Monday's video, so a week from tomorrow's video filmed. I just haven't done any of the, like, haven't done any of the high speed and editing and voiceovers for that one either, but I at least made steps towards, because everything is a checkbox, right? And if I get bummed out that I'm not going to get 4 checkboxes done and then I don't do any checkboxes, well, then I'm even more behind because I'm feeling bummed out about it. But I did get a checkbox done for it. You know, I actually got 2 checkbox done for it. And so that puts me a little bit closer and gives me less pressure over the next week to get it done. I just have to get those voiceovers done tonight. Well, this afternoon, probably after stream. And then everything edited and scheduled for tomorrow. But then, you know, be mostly on track. I've already got my quote of the day for Tuesday set up. And I need to go back in and download the quotes that have happened since that last one I finished for Tuesday, and the one like today, right now. Hello. But, you know, just kind of methodically going through and getting at least something done is better than getting nothing done. And that is improvement and accepting who I really am, you know, because we're here, obviously. This is what's real. And so it'll be okay, you know, and things won't fall apart if I miss something. I mean, life keeps going on, right? So anyway, we are here. We are going to go to Eternity Isle today, although I am tempted to do... do I want to do some time-bendy stuff here before I leave? Because I decided to look at the time-bendy table this morning. Hello, Lido. All right. How are you? With all the emotes. Ah, game over. No, game just beginning. And is that a cat in a box? Well, I hope you're doing well. I tend to view lots of emotes as being excited, so hopefully that's what that means. I want to get a time-bendy person, because although I do want to focus on Eternity Isle, I was looking at the time-bendy table this morning, and I'm going to go get the fairy godmother, because I'm kind of obsessed with her lately. And realizing, of course, just how much resources I'm going to need to do some of the time-bendy crafty stuff. So, of course she's not in here, because of course the game lies to me. Oh, let me out, please. So, the next 2 decor videos I have made are my kitchen and my... it says she's still in here. And my dining room. And it was funny, because I've been, you know, kind of mildly dealing with the frustration of the questionable organization stuff. Let's hang out. In some of the collection lists / decorating lists where things don't appear in the lists that you think they would consistently. A good example of this was like place settings with plates, cups, silverware, all of that. And they're not all called the same thing, which makes it kind of difficult to find them. And they're not all in the same lists. So it makes it hard to find them. And as I was decorating my dining room, which was my second room that I've done for my series videos, I was noticing things that I wish I'd put in my kitchen. And I was like, no, I was looking so hard for all of this. But, oh well, c'est la vie. I can always go back and change my decorating. Just because I haven't, like, just because I filmed a video for it doesn't mean that has to be its permanent state forever, so... All right, let's do some time bending and then go over to Eternity Isle. That means I need a tool. All right. I have reverted my settings back to what they were. Thursday's new settings didn't go nope, don't talk to me. Did not go exactly as I would have hoped they would go, but I did learn some stuff. So it wasn't a total loss. I mean, I learned that it didn't work right. That's always a bonus, right? What was I talking to my kid about? Oh, so my youngest hasn't read both of, you know, The Cat in the Hat and The Cat in the Hat Comes Back. And if you're not familiar with the stories, The Cat in the Hat is the first book, and he's read the second book, so he's read The Cat in the Hat Comes Back. But the first book has, you know, something to do about looking for something, and of course it's ridiculous and over the top because that's how The Cat in the Hat is, but one of the things he does is find the thing by figuring out where it's not. And that's kind of how I feel about Thursday's stream. Like, okay, well, those new technical settings did not work exactly as I had hoped they would. So obviously I found out where it's not right now. And I am a little interested to know that, like, my video is a little jerky right now. And part of that is because I had to change settings because of my new monitor. So I feel like I'm going to have some more tweaking settings adventures coming, which is my favorite. I hate it so much. I mean, it's good. It's good for me to deal with it, but it's also like, you know, sometimes look, you have things that challenge you and you're excited about the challenge, and then other times you have things that challenge you and are like, well, that's a thing I got to deal with. So that's where I'm at right now with that. So, but I am trying to look at least my preview. I wonder if it's because it's raining. But I'm going to have to remind I don't know what it is about some of these technical issues that I have where it's just like half the information sticks and then the other half I have to relearn every time I deal with it. Which is probably what makes it so frustrating, is because my brain just doesn't hold on to the information like I wish it would. Eventually, if I keep plugging away at it, I'm hoping it will. We can hope for the best, right? I've already done Remy's quest for the day. I have already done Daisy's boutique for the day. I already replanted my pumpkins this morning because holy crap, I spent a lot of coins yesterday. Part of it was because I'm trying to, now that I've gotten at least 2 of everything I can purchase from Scrooge, although I might be behind again because I just decorated 2 rooms. I'm trying to increase some of my things, like things that I think I will use a ton of. Plants and lighting, I feel like I will be more likely to use a lot of. So I had already started doing that, especially with like the wall lights and stuff like that, or like the small plants, where I feel like I might, like wall lights, I could see easily using 8 in a room. So buying 2 of those is not as helpful. Wait, is there a thing here? No. Okay. Those time bubble things, those over there, the little orbs, they are not as abundant as they used to be. So I don't want to miss them if I can help it. They usually, when you have your time bendy staff equipped, they're much more visible, which is great. Come on. But I could easily miss them still because I can't see everything all the time, no matter how much I wish I could. So I took my older kid shopping yesterday, and he enjoys the act of shopping a lot more than his younger brother does. So his younger brother was super easy to do. We went to one store. I had planned for about 2 hours. We probably took about 2.5 to get it done. And I don't even remember. It planned kind of the same time slot for him, his older brother, yesterday. And we didn't get home until 6:30. I was hoping to be home by 4 or 5 at the latest, but we ended up at 4 different stores because he was getting to spend his Christmas money, and he is very particular about the things he wants, but he also does not like to have money just in his pocket. Like, he has trouble waiting, and so we pushed our limits yesterday. Now, granted, it gave my husband more time to, like, dicker around and cook dinner, but we got home pretty much at the perfect time. So it worked out, but man, shopping for me is an exhausting task. So the only thing that makes it better is that the pressure was on him for the money as opposed to me. So, it's alright. Okay. My screen is set up a little bit different than I am used to seeing it. So... because I changed some stuff based on what I learned on Thursday. Okay. All these missed points. That's amazing. Excited. Since I am earnestly growing pumpkins. I had to buy more pumpkins today. I was like, oh my gosh. But I've been spending a lot of coins trying to fill up my stock of items. Oh, that was the other thing, was I had gone and started refilling my stock, and then I was like, oh, I should stop spending money because I'm going to decorate a dining room. I might actually need to purchase specific things for that, and then I did. So I was glad that I had to. Had saved my mist, or not my mist, my coins, because otherwise... I wouldn't have been able to finish decorating the room. I needed some more windows, and since it's a dining room, I needed some chairs, because I wasn't exactly sure which chair. But that's another thing. Chairs are probably another thing I'll probably go and buy at least 10 of. I might even go so far as to do 20 of the dining type of chairs, because there's probably, well, I don't know, maybe I'll do 10. I needed 6. For the dining room. And in case you're wondering, that Ariel's bundle, the premium shop bundle, the dining room table in that bundle is huge. I ended up using it because I'm like, this whole room is a dining room. I need the biggest table I can get. And there were a couple other tables I considered, but that Ariel's bundle one was massive. And honestly, the room turned out very pink, which I wasn't expecting, because I am not a huge fan of pink. I don't mind pink. I hated pink when I was a kid. My mom gave me the option to paint my room at one point, and I was like, not pink. So we did a lavender when I was really young. We moved to a new house when I was 4, and so I got to pick my own color, and I was just like, not pink. Oh, you know what I could do? I could get this out of here. And it might go in my... Yep. It's an Eternity Isle thing? Oh, no. What is this? I'd never gotten one of those before. Interesting. Okay. All right. Ooh. I'm so ready for it to be... I mean, it is warmer. What was it, like 40-something yesterday? And it might even be a little bit warmer today. Nope. It's 29 degrees right now. But it's supposed to be kind of trending warmer. And I don't mind if it takes its time, because that will leave bugs and allergens frozen and or dead, which I'm down with. But like today is supposed to be 33, and then we're seeing 40s and 50s over the next week. And I'm excited about that. I don't need spring to be here tomorrow, but I do prefer spring and fall as far as seasons go. Just because energetically it makes me feel better. Typically. Not always, but typically. And I don't mind winter as long as it's not negative for too long. And it was getting to be like, okay, I'm tired of being frozen in my own house. And it's not like we keep our settings super low. Some people keep their settings low. They'll tell, like, I'm in a couple of Facebook groups where it's just like, we don't keep our thing above 65, and I'm like, I would not live in your house. No thanks. Wish I knew why we were lagging. Maybe I should look at my settings a little bit. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to see if something got weird. Did something get weird? I mean, I didn't... There's only one thing I changed, and it should have theoretically made stuff smoother. And I'm not sure exactly why. it's not. So that's odd to me. Yeah, I'm not sure. Guess I'll have to look at it and see what's up. Because the setting that I tweaked was a setting that I had been dreading messing with because it was going to be a little bit more labor intensive, and then I was kind of forced into it because the new monitor I got is it's old. I hear my child freaking out. All right, child, chill out. Okay, so we're doing mist over here. We're doing time bendy over here. Did I time bend everywhere? I feel like I missed the glade. That's okay. Because now that I'm over here, I'll probably stay over here. Like, I'll do time bending right now, and then I'll probably do a run of scouring over here. And then... oh, it's across the way. And I need food. And then I'll do another time bendy run later. Because I need the resources. Like, pretty desperately so. Because I haven't even begun crafting any of the... that was really fast for this little area. I have not even begun to craft furniture that's available through time bending. Haven't even started. Look at all this stuff that's spawned, though. It's been a hot minute since I've been in Eternity Isle. So I'm really pleased with how my little kitchen and my dining room turned out. They are still not exactly my style. Not like the mudroom was. Like, the mudroom has been the best room for me to have decorated so far, but I'm really enjoying going to the different spaces in the house that I have done and seeing the results of decorating. It's nice. I will not be relocating my ingredients yet, though. I'm not really looking forward to that, but because I just did it not that long ago. But I'm gonna wait until after today's stream to relocate my ingredients so as not to spoil my kitchen decor video. But next week it'll be fixed because I plan to do that. I don't think I'll do it today, but I plan to start working on it this week. I could even do it on stream. What the hell? Thursday? In this corner, maybe? No more treasure. Okay, I was like, make sure before you leave this little nook. But I'm not sure what I want to do next. Because it'll be the third floor. I only needed to decorate 2 floors for the second floor, since 2 of the rooms on that floor are going to be storage. But I'm not sure what I want to do for... I think I want to do some more entertaining type of rooms. Like a game room, maybe a music room. I'm torn about... like, there's, okay, it's weird. Like, in a house, you wouldn't put, like, a movie room that's got a lot of loud sounds potentially happening right next to the library. Like, that wouldn't make sense. Like, you'd want to have the library kind of separated from that, so the sound wouldn't disturb, you know, like, the activities wouldn't interfere with each other. So there's part of me that's like, okay, next to the kitchen, I should probably put some loud rooms. Hence the reason, like, you know, a game room or a music room where the volume might be a problem. But then the next floor, I could do the library, but then I'm like, but logically you wouldn't put it there. So, like, there's this weird internal battle I'm having. It's kind of similar to the internal battle I'm having about the doors, where I have one kind of door in one room, and then it leads to the next room, and then it's not the same door on the other side. Like, there's something weird about that mentally for me. Yesterday, I kind of was like, just treat it like it's magic, because, I mean, that's what this game is all about, is magic. So the fact that, you know, it looks different on either side, it doesn't have to be reality. You know, it's not a real house, so the doors don't have to match. And I feel like I've got to kind of come to terms with that for, like, room layout too. Like, just because the music room would be under the library doesn't mean that you couldn't pretend like the magic contains the room or something, like the sound in the room. I don't know. Weird mental things I've got to do to try and make it make sense in my brain. In case you don't know, I overthink things. In case you don't know, that's what I am. Because that's what I am. I'm an overthinker. So I almost got, I've almost got the Christmas stuff dealt with. My older son decided that he was going to be helpful and wanted to help with the tree, getting the tree down. So yesterday he took all of the ornaments off the tree and they are set aside. I told him I didn't feel comfortable with him packing our ornaments up. Like, I feel like I still want to do that. I might have him help me just so he can see why I'm so particular about it, because we have stuff that could break. We don't have a ton of glass ornaments for their tree, which is what this tree is, but there's enough. And there's some other decor objects that are made out of, you know, porcelain or breakable materials. So I want to make sure that they get all packed up, but I might have him help me just so he can kind of learn it. But he stripped the tree, and so I was able to take all the lights off the tree, and now the tree is back in its box. And I just have to pack up the breakable stuff, the ornaments and decor and stuff. But then it'll be all done. We're having company over for dinner. And, so I kind of want to make sure that's all done. But he was like, I want to go shopping again tomorrow if that's okay. And I'm like, well, I don't know if it's okay yet because I don't know how long it's going to take after I get off stream to take care of all these chores. And he's like, well, what can I do? What can I help with? What can I? And I'm like, okay, I don't know yet. I don't know what's going to be the most helpful yet. Just like chill. And actually I did come up with a couple of things that he needs to do. I don't think he's thrilled by those, but he was like, I really need something to take my focus off of wanting to go, because he still has money left over and he's looking for some very specific things. So he wants to go shopping and he's like, I need something to distract me from the shopping thing so I can stop feeling like I have to pester you or like I'm going to pester you about it, because it's a struggle and I get it. He's excited, you know. I was excited to spend my money as a kid too. I'm excited to spend my money now, even though I have to be more disciplined. Like, the kid still lives in my brain, just the parent is also in there too, that says, no, you can't afford that right now. Or no, you don't need that right now. But the stuff I told him, I was like, oh, you could do this. And he was like, oh. Like, one of them is clean his bathroom. Because that's supposed to be his responsibility now, is the bathroom that's on the second floor. It's just a half bath. It's not anything, like, huge. I'm not asking him to clean, like, this massive, crazy bathroom. Not that we have that as our main bathroom either. But, you know, it's a sink and a toilet and a floor. And picking up crap that they leave in the bathroom because they're kids, so they put random crap in their bathroom. Like, why is there, like, 3 markers and 4 toys and like a wrapper for something just hanging out on the counter? Oh, I was doing this weird experiment thing. Like, no, stop. Or pick it up, you know? So anyway, I told him he could do that. So we'll see if he actually gets that done while I'm streaming. But But I have a couple of chores I would like to get done. This week was not about chores for me, so I let a lot of stuff go that I probably should have like worked on, but again, with that, not punishing myself for not doing more productive stuff, I just let it go. I can do that stuff at any old time. Doing stuff for content creation is not as easy to incorporate because there's a lot of trial and error. Like, I don't have to teach myself how to clean my toilet. I already know how to clean my toilet. Like, but I might have to teach myself how to use some graphic design elements because I am not as savvy with that and I have not practiced it as much. So that's where I focused my energy this week, because that's what I wanted to do this week. That's what this was for. And I accomplished quite a bit of it. So good for me. Huzzah. Ow, my foot's falling asleep. No. I did get some, like, productive around the house stuff done. So that's good. I actually got my desk dusted off. Except for one little set of cubbies because it's got all of my... You know how you get electronics or electronic related things and then you hold onto the box? It's the cubby that's filled with the boxes. And I was like, well, I don't... Because I want to keep some of them. I don't want to keep all of them. I don't mind hanging on to boxes like that for however long a warranty period might be. But I don't need to save them all. Look at how much stuff is up here. The veil never looks like this. This is what I want the veil to look like when I go over there. Because I feel like I'm never going to get enough stuff over there. There are a couple places that looks like that, but it's, you know, but then the rest of the areas don't look as populated. I mean, this doesn't even look that populated, but I guarantee you this is almost more stuff than I'd find in the veil. That's what else. Besides the new content, I am looking forward to some new bug fixes because I feel like the veil still isn't quite right. But yes, Friday I did get some stuff done. I was supposed to go get an errand done and then realized I didn't have everything I needed for it, and then I had to, like, go through all of my paperwork to try and find the thing I needed. I thought I had already found it, and it is not. So whatever I did with it the last time I used the thing I was looking for, I hid it really well, probably thinking this is a good safe place to put it. I'll remember. No. I do not. But I cleaned my desk as a result of it, and I got a head start on... I don't file my paperwork, like, you know, incoming bills and, you know, other important things. I don't take care of that daily or weekly or monthly. Usually it's about 6 months. Sometimes it's up to a year, depending on how long I let it go. I have an inbox where that stuff gets kept. And then periodically I have to go through and sort and organize and shred. And so I pulled all the stuff out of there because I thought maybe I'd stuck it. No, I had not. But I now have a pile of paperwork that I need to sort, which gets me ahead of the game. And yes, it's still a task I have to do, but it makes it feel simpler when everything is already out of its envelopes and all the stuff that needs to be recycled. All the stuff that was obvious to shred is already separated out of it. So now it's like, sort all the same bills together and then file them and then pull out the ones that need to be shredded. I probably don't need to save as much as that stuff as I do, but it's hard to let go. Especially when you're a library person and you're like, I know how to file everything and keep myself organized. I am a professional squirrel. And so I can do that. What is it? Anything exciting? I probably already have that. Ooh. Hello. Well, that's nice. All right. What are we looking at? Oh, look at all these. What is that I haven't started on? Sell gems. Of course not. Sell fish. Of course not. That's why those are 0. Combine resources into vacuums. I really don't want to do that. I mean, I could. Find gifts with your hourglass. Those are coming along. Scramble coin's on its last leg. I mean, I probably need to do more scramble coin than that to get through the scramble coin path thingy that's there. But either way. All right. The oasis, and then we can switch to probably a gatherer. And then a miner. And where are we at time-wise? Oh, we're only at 50 minutes. Good for us. Look at us go. Getting through the time-bendy stuff. Like we know what we're doing and are efficient and not getting distracted. All right. Should I play Scramble Coin with the Fairy Godmother before I give her up? Maybe. Kind of don't want to, though. Thought about playing some Scramble Coin this morning before I started streaming, but I did not do that. Who's a gatherer? Who's a gatherer? Let's see. Dreamlight Valley stuff. I am really liking the new spreadsheet I've created for content creation stuff because it gives me just... It's not as nice as having an actual check-it box, but it is nice having multiple things in one interface as opposed to having like a separate thing for each, and I don't want that. I really want it to work like my planner for at work does, but I don't have the money to do that for myself yet. So I can use a spreadsheet, and I'm liking how it's working out because it's really nice to help just keep me check. Instead of checking, I delete the thing. I'm like, oh, delete, but then I have like a master template that I can just copy and paste into each iteration, I guess, of the task. All right, I am looking for companion tasks. I am looking for a gatherer, a forager. That's how they are. And my look. Mike Wazowski. Fantastic. We will go get him. Merlin, you are looking less like you were at a holiday party.
Good to see you, kid.
Good to see ya. I want to hang out. And then I want to start down in the docks. All right. On to the next. The next is grabbing all the stuff.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, Ariel. Thought about changing her outfit, but I kind of want to wait. Part of the reason I'm keeping some of them in the stuff that I changed them into for the holiday is because it looks like it could just be cold weather. And some of them look very specifically holiday. Ah, oh, balls. That did not work out at all. That's all right. I don't really need all the extra, but, you know, money is money, right? All right. You know what I really should do is I should figure out a better... Because I don't like how close everything is down here. I just shoved every bush and tree down here that produces. Just so I could do it all at once. But it's so hard to see sometimes if things have been doubled. That I feel like what I should do is I should just... Essentially what I did for the valley the first time I consolidated all the stuff, which was to remove everything and spread it, like evenly spread it out. I don't know if there's more. See, can't see it very easily. It's hard to find it. Anyway. Let me in. Ooh. Oh, tummy. It's okay. Oh my, and again. Wow. 2 strawberry bushes in a row? I always wonder if it's like how that mechanic works. Like, does it do it like randomly for every tree and bush, or is it the bush itself where it's like the next time you pick this bush it'll be multiplied? Do I want to fuss with this right now? Kinda don't. Welcome to the show. I dicker a lot. I should probably go drop off this stuff. I should probably do that. Do I have other... Yes, I see him. Do I have other stuff to drop off here? Oh, nose, you can stop itching now. Please stop. Sticks. Where did I get this dark wood from? Did I get it while I was running around in the Forgotten Lands? Or did I get it somewhere here? Because if I got it somewhere here, I need to know. In fact, will it... Oh. Nice. Another thing done. Okay. I'm in Eternity Isle, so will it show me... It's not that. Crafting. Functional furniture. Nope. Is it in ingredients? Vegetables, fruit, proteins, but nope. Where does it show me the stuff? Is it here? Is it here? No, it's not going to be an ingredient, right? Because it's not food. I bet it's in crafting, though. Yeah? Okay. Refined. Furniture. It's not. Where the hell does this information live? It's in... Okay. This just says Forgotten Lands. Crafting materials. Under foraging. Okay. Foraging. Okay, it would be here if it was here. So I must have picked it up on the Forgotten Lands. I was about to say, oh, I need so much dark wood. If it's here too, I'm gonna freaking be all over that. Gimme, gimme, gimme. All the things. And then it was like, nope. It does not exist here. Cannot have it. Oh, lordy be. Alright. Excuse me? Did you fling it across? Oh, I see it. Excellent. I thought it flung it across the bridge for a second. I was like, oh no. My nose is still itchy. Chandelier of the deep. Yes, hi beast. Cumin. I need so much cumin. Nope. I heard it. There it is. I probably should have been doing those when I was running around with the fairy godmother, but I did not, so here we are. Ah! Kind of want to get rid of that tree. Wally's not with me, honey. You gotta go find him on your own. You got stuff to do. All the mist. Give me all the mist. Oh, lordy be. Again. Stop. Well, and I keep thinking about doing some cooking related stuff because there are a lot of recipes I still don't know, and it's been a minute since I've gone down that frustration path. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the mood for it yet. I'm still excited about it. Usually, like, I'll do that to break up when I'm starting to burn out on some stuff, and I'm not really feeling that way yet, so it's very nice. I'm always wary of the burnout. Nope. This one. Thank you. So I can't remember. Did I talk about the library thing? The library dream snap? I think I did on Thursday a little bit. I was excited to make a little library. I don't think it'll be the library that I build for permanent in the house. But I thought it turned out pretty cute. I think a lot of people are probably going to use either the Beauty and the Beast realm or the Library of Lore. And that is perfect for me. I have no complaints about that. If it's thematically correct, there's no reason you shouldn't. Like, and I have done that before. I've used the monster when the Employee of the Month challenge. I did that for Monsters Inc. And I used a very obvious outfit for it. But honestly, I still think it turned out pretty cute, and I think it was one of my better dream snaps. Honestly, I feel like points wise, like moonstone wise, I think I did better on that. It might have been. I think I've gotten 2 4,000 point dream snaps, 4,000 moonstone dream snaps before, and I think that was one of them. But I used the realm. I mean, it was an outfit challenge anyway, but there was no way I was going to create a more perfect background. It was the perfect background. So I was like, I could try, but first of all, don't wanna. Second of all, it was perfect. So if people use the realm and or the Library of Lore for this week's Dream Snap, which is an outfit Dream Snap as well, then do it. I just wanted to make a library, and I really like how it turned out. It's very cute. And technically, I could share that today. Because now that the video is out, it's not like I have to keep it a secret. Maybe later. We'll show it later. And what are we voting on this week? They were voting on the Lost Forest one. I think the Lost Forest one's going to have a lot of variety. I feel like all the ones that I voted on were... There's a lot of variety in the interpretation of it, so... I like that. I heard somebody talking about this week that we're going to see a lot of the Belle's dress. And I was like, I don't know, man. I feel like maybe because they reference Belle in the description of the challenge or whatever. But I don't know. Belle really doesn't wear her big yellow dress in the library. She wears that in the ballroom. Unless I'm not remembering it. It has been a long time since I've actually watched Beauty and the Beast. I watched it a lot when I was a kid, but... Oh, I should remember to feed y'all. Maybe I'll do it when I'm, doing my mining. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, you know what I didn't remember to do in my dining room? I didn't remember to put, like, you know, use the meals. I didn't really need it. I'm starting to wish more and more that I could use half squares to snap items to, or slide them. The table from the aerial bundle is huge and worked really well for what I wanted to do, but the place settings that come with it are 2 squares wide, and the length of the table is odd. So the one in the middle can't be centered if you use the place settings that came with the table. If you have 3 people, like 3 chairs, and since it's what, 2, 4, it's 7 squares wide, it's wide enough to have 3 seats on each long side, but you can't center the centered place setting. So I ended up using different place settings that they match kind of. They match enough for me to have preferred that to not being able to center the place setting. I was just like, this is pissing me off. that was on top of not being able to consistently find all of the place settings. There's one that I had to search for using the word plate. There was one that I had to use for place. I feel like there was a different one for setting. And then I think there was a fourth one where it was like, I can't remember now. I could look it up, but I had a couple of place settings in the kitchen, and if I could have found, there was another one that I wish I had found while I was doing the decorating, and I would have used it instead. I mean, the one I used is fine. It's not a problem. I probably wouldn't use it very many places, so the fact that it's in my kitchen right now ain't that bad, but it's still, like, frustrating.
I can't wait to explore everywhere.
And I need a new beverage. Trying to decide if I need a warm beverage or not, or if I want to go ahead and have an energy drink. I might save my energy drink until after my stream, so that I can hopefully get the best benefit of it from when I'm cleaning and maybe taking my oldest son shopping again. Really don't want to do that. Shopping takes it out of me. I am not a big fan of going shopping. I did find some shirts yesterday, though. My son found a projector, and he bought it. I was like, I don't know what happens if we get home and it's broken or it's this, and he's like, well, then I'll just sell it for what and I'm like, well, what if you don't get as much money for it? It's like, oh no, I'd probably sell it for the same thing I bought it for. And I'm like, at a garage sale, you'd be lucky to be able to sell it like that. Not to say it's impossible. It's possible, but it would be difficult, because I had something priced at $5. The lady offered me $2, and then I was like, how about $3? And she's like, well, then I don't need it. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, it was probably worth $5. Buying something like that at the store probably would have been $25, you know? It's kind of like when people are like, I won't pay more than $2 for this electronic toy that would probably cost $30 new. Now, granted, I know it's used, but they're like, I won't spend $5 on that. And it's like, really? Or if I donate it, because that's sometimes I'll look, I'm like, you know, I will take it to the thrift store and donate it, and then they'll charge you $20 there, because some of the thrift store prices anymore are kind of ridiculous. That's why I'm super stingy about what I buy there. I try and look for everything that's the correct color tag. But I bought 3 shirts yesterday, and they were all 50% off, so they were all like between $3 and $4, which is really nice. Part of the reason I have such sticker shock when I go buy things new. But I'm amazed how many people are like, because that thing, I've seen the thing that I sold to a lady last year at our garage sale. And she was really struggling with $5 for it. And I've seen that exact thing for like $10, $12 at a thrift shop. And it's just like, so even if it was 50% off, it would still be $5. And it's just like, if I take this to the thrift shop, they'll charge you a lot more than I would charge you here. And some of the stuff I'm willing to let people dicker me down. And then some stuff I'm like, I really, no. I'd rather donate it, honestly, than let you pay me like $1 for something that I know is worth more than that. And, you know, I try not to let myself get trapped by that, because I do have family members that won't let go of stuff because they spent good money on a thing. But they spent good money on a thing like 30 years ago, and there's no way they're ever going to get the money they spent out of it again. And so I really try not to trap myself that way, but sometimes I'm like, I'd rather donate it and get nothing than let you look at me and go, I'm going to give you $1 for that. Like, no. I don't want your dollar that much. Because that seems rude. I wouldn't do that. I would ask, and I would, well, and usually it's a back and forth, right? Usually it's a, how about this? And then they say, how about this? And then you say, how about this? And you're meeting in the middle, right? But I'm amazed how many people either don't dicker at all or dicker at a level that it's just like insulting. Like, I'll dicker, but I don't think I'd insult. And just because I wouldn't spend the money on it, like, doesn't mean that it's not necessarily worth that, you know? Just because I don't think it's not that price for me.
This valley is the most amazing.
Because there's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't spend too much money on. But I don't know if I could, I don't know if I could look at somebody and be like, I'm gonna give you an insulting price. Because, yeah, the electronic toy I was trying to sell was in really good shape still. Like, if it's beat up, you know, condition is always a factor. But, like, if something's in really good shape still. But yeah, I don't remember how many. I looked at like some irons yesterday and I was just like, these look really used and kind of gross to touch. I could probably get a new iron for a lot less money. Not a lot less money, but about the same amount of money. I don't really need an iron right now, but I thought about getting my son an iron because yesterday I taught my oldest how to wash his own laundry. Now, we didn't go through different fabrics because he doesn't have a ton of... Most of his stuff can be washed together. It's been washed enough times. It's not going to bleed. And the materials are not that different. He doesn't even really like to wear jeans. So... he doesn't really need a bunch of different loads of laundry unless he has like some button-down shirts and some pants that probably could use a different setting. And he's got some, excuse me. He's got some stuff that could use an iron. Whether or not he'll do that for himself, who the hell knows. But I thought about getting him a little iron so that if he needed to, he could iron his clothes. But I'm not gonna... I have an iron and I have an ironing board. I don't need to get him his own at this moment in time because it's such a infrequent... It'll be such an infrequently used thing that there's really no... Apart from just he needs to learn how to do it just in case he needs to do it. But he could do that on the stuff that we already have. He'll just have to cope with the fact that the ironing board is in my bedroom. Because it's wall mounted. I was going to put it... It used to belong to my grandmother. And it was funny because I went over to my grandpa's house and he was like, do you need an ironing board? And I'm like, yeah, actually I've been looking for one. Kind of pricing it and seeing what it was like. And he's like, oh, here's this one mounted on the door. Now, it had been there for decades and hadn't been used in probably at least a decade. But he was like, yeah, I'm getting rid of this. And I'm like, well, that's perfect timing. It's not ideal. It's not the one I would have purchased for myself, but it is the right price, which is free. And when I got it home, it had little door mounts, like you could hook it on a door. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that or not, so I took them off. And then I misplaced one. So I ended up having to wall mount it, even though that wasn't ideal either. And then I found the other door mount thingy. And I was like, well, dang it. So it's mounted on the wall in my bedroom, so not the most convenient for multiple people using it. You know, like my son can't take it upstairs and use it upstairs in his space and then come back down and bring it back down. Can't do that. And I have a tiny, like a little tabletop ironing board, but it's probably from the 70s, and the board has a crack in it, so it actually doesn't, it's not completely flat, and if you put too much pressure on the end where it's cracked, it starts to bend. So it makes it a little tricky. I've been using it for crafting purposes because I have it, and again, with being cheap, we could call ourselves frugal. That sounds nicer. And it's functional. It still does the job. It's just you have to be aware of the fact that it's not perfect anymore. And considering, what is that? It's probably close to 50 years old. No. Is it 50? No. Yes. It's probably 50 years old. You know, that's not too bad. We've gotten our money's worth. That's for sure. And I didn't even spend money on it. It was hand-me-down. It was a hand-me-down ironing board. Alright. We are in our second biome. Man, Eternity Isle takes forever to get through. As far as scouring everything, just because there's so much stuff spawned. So much stuff. What else did I find yesterday? Oh, I found these. They're like for scarves. They have a bunch of little rings and then a hanger hook so that like you can put scarves, probably other stuff that's kind of like that. But they had 3 of them and it was like $3, and they're, I want to use stuff like that in my garage for decorating purposes. So the fact that there were like 3 of them for $3, and they were in perfect condition. So I was just like, oh, I probably shouldn't be buying this right now, but I really can't pass up like $3. Because I could see buying those being a lot more expensive. That is the problem with shopping at thrift stores, though, is that if you see it, you better get it if it's the thing, if it's a thing you really need or want or have had on your wish list for ages, and you find it half price, you, especially if it's half price, you should probably just get it. Unless you don't mind the fact that you're going to miss out on that. And sometimes the deals aren't as good as you'd like them to be. Ooh, Tummy, I know I need to feed you. I'm probably going to have that leftover fish. My husband made a crispy fish fillet for dinner last night using potato chips. So good. And we have half a fillet left because my little one didn't need a full fillet. We tried these new fish fillets that were pricier, and while they were good and nice and thick and meaty, I don't think they're worth the extra expense per pound that they were. So it's worth trying out, and we had the flexibility to do so, which has not always been the case. It's been like, well, Fantasy S would try that, but Fantasy S doesn't have, you know, that much money to spend, justifiably so, on that. So, oh look, take that down. I kind of want to leave this here, though, because I kind of feel like I want to keep it with Rapunzel's house. Hey, no, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. So where are we gonna put Aladdin and or Jasmine or whoever is coming from Aladdin when they get here in February? Does the desert seem too obvious? I wonder, I guess it really comes down to what their house will look like. Because I can't imagine they'll live in the palace, because Scar's living in there. Not Scar, Jafar. Jafar's living in there. So I would imagine they would have their own house, right? Yeah, and their base game, right? They're not Eternity Isle content, right? So they will have to have a different house than what Jafar has. Like, the possibility that they could move Jafar out and then put whoever else in the palace. That, I mean, technically, it's Jasmine's palace, right? But if they're not Eternity Isle, then their house, you know, they wouldn't share a house with someone in Eternity Isle. Like, they wouldn't live together. That doesn't make sense, like, story-wise either. But they're not going to stay in the Sunlit Plateau. That's definitely not the right style of hot, sunny biome for them. I imagine their house would look aesthetically appropriate in Glittering Dunes. But I guess we'll wait and see, right? That's all we can do. Unless somebody's already leaked that house. Which, I try not to look for leaked stuff. Because I don't need to know early. I guess it could create hype. And people can do whatever the hell they want. If they want to leak that information, that's fine. And people who want to look at the leaked information. I'm not going to say you can't. I just don't personally do it. Because I'll find out when I find out, you know? Ooh. Get it. Where are we at? 1 hour and 20. So, can I make it through the Glittering Dunes in 10 minutes? Probably not. But I might go ahead and do the Glittering Dunes so that when I come back from my break, then I'm working on mining. And then, is that a thing? Or is that part of the rocks? That's a plant. That's like a shadow of a plant. Okay. So that I can do mining, and then I'll do another round of time bending. Because in theory, I should have been gone long enough. I've been there. I should have been gone long enough to at least get some of it spawned back. And I might even run over to the valley again, so that I am getting as much time bending stuff as I could possibly get within a single stream. I have a feeling I won't get a ton the second go round, but anything is better than nothing, because I was looking at some of the recipes and I was like, oh no. I thought I was behind on other ingredients, but I wonder if anybody else is going to eat that fish before I get to it. Maybe. There's some other leftovers. I'm just not as excited about them. My husband usually makes like a fried rice kind of thing, and he did kind of a experimental variation of it, and it was okay. But I haven't been like, nobody's been excited to, including my husband, has not been excited to eat the leftovers of that. So, you know. Probably should, and not just waste all that food. It's mostly rice. I've been up here. Okay. Good. I'm ending on the place where I really should be ending, which is gives me a direct entrance over to the Glittering Dunes. But if somebody else wants to eat the fish, then I will let them eat the fish, and I will eat the leftovers nobody wants to eat. I'll probably dig out, like, just the chicken and vegetables, and then, like, a little bit of the rice to fill it out. and then just pitch the extra rice, because it was fine. It's edible. It's just sometimes experiments make you go, that's the wrong tool. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so ready for, well, I keep saying that I'm ready for spring weather, but I don't mind the I keep having to remind myself that the allergens and bugs being frozen is good. It's a good thing. I'm just kind of ready to be able to work in my garage again. Not that I'm like, I'm not chomping at the bit to work on any arts and crafts projects, but I'm also not like anti getting back to that stuff. Like I wouldn't mind having that as an option on my table, you know? Because when it's cold, it makes me not want to do things that put me in positions of being cold. Which is, I don't want to go out. I don't want to visit. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I just want to wear a blanket 24/7. I see you, Capybara. We're not feeding critters until we do the mining, though. There's nothing up here, right? There's nothing up there. All right. So now we have 6 minutes till break. Which it won't be. It won't be that. Oh, and then I didn't even need to be at the Glittering Dunes because I needed to drop off all of this stuff anyway. All right. That's fine. That's fine. That's right. I moved that. Okay. Majesty doesn't come from here. Softwood could go in here. It's fine. Because we get softwood up here, right? Maybe I'll put it over in the docks. Because I feel like I might not have as much stuff down in the docks. This isn't the docks, this is Ancient's Landing. That's the name of the biome. There we go. And I will hang on to my seeds. That's also fine. And we'll go up here. Borderlands. In the Borderlands, that's where we will start. I see you, but I'm not feeding you. That's the other thing I really should do up here is fish. Oh, my mom shared a video. Was it yesterday? So box trolls came out when my oldest was little. And I was working at a different library than I'm working now. I worked at both of the libraries at the same time, but I brought home this giant box from the library that I don't work at anymore. And it was big enough to my child could fit in there with lots of room. It was one of those, you know, great for kids or pets box where you can come home and make stuff out of it. And if you have not seen box trolls, one of the things that they do is they have boxes that they can hide in so they can run around, but then they have like stuff painted on the side. I think they steal the boxes or like pick up the boxes that have been used. So they're for transporting merchandise. So one of the main characters is named Fish because the box has a picture of a fish on it. So we painted a fish on the side of the box and cut holes in it so that my kid could pretend to be Fish from box trolls. And he was like, I don't remember, like 4, so cute, giggling inside the box because I'm like, oh, it's just a giant box of fish. There must not be anybody. And he pops out, I'm a box troll, you know. Super cute. But my mom shared that yesterday and it was, you know, aww. Nostalgia. And for anybody who's seen Inside Out too, I love how they introduce nostalgia. Like, no, it's too soon for you. Because it's supposed to be like, she's, you know, a young girl. The main character, Riley. And they're introducing, you know, more grown-up feelings and, you know, things that she has to deal with. What the heck is this? Is it not the shovel? It's the shovel for these, right? Why is it not highlighting? Is it not the shovel? Is it the pickaxe? It's the pickaxe. Okay, I was like, wait a second. Sometimes it's hard to remember which tools do what. Do I have more of those up here? I have rocks. So we'll go ahead and do all the pickaxe and then we'll switch back to the time bending thing. But yes. Definitely nostalgia. Okay, now we'll do this stuff. Give me all this. Oh, 53. Give me mist. Give me more mist. I use so much mist now. Let's see. I actually, for the benefit I get out of using the mist to plant stuff, it's not really that expensive. Not really. You just have to make sure you don't run yourself out. I do feel like they give you a little bit more opportunity to get mist. Because like Dreamlight, I had been pushing so hard to get so much Dreamlight so I could unlock the floating islands. But I can't run around and do one of these like tasks and just get Dreamlight. Like that would never happen with, what are they called? Night Thorns? I would never just get Dreamlight out of those. It's always stuff. So, and then time bending also can result in... Now, the argument can be made with the time bending, then you're getting less resources from that activity, which is true. But, like, the Night Thorns, it would be nice if the Night Thorns occasionally just gave you chunks of Dreamlight. I feel like that would be very, very handy. But, oh well. Makes you wonder why they don't do that, you know? I like those. I get them from those, too. Inventory. Eat. Eat. And yes, I have stuff to feed both the capybaras and the snakes, but I'm trying to mentally compartmentalize it so that I don't forget to do it when I'm mining. Because if I feed the snakes now, I might forget and not feed the monkeys later because I don't actually have the banana splits on me. And so I might not actually feed the monkeys. Do I still need to feed the monkeys? I feel like I do. I don't think I've finished feeding any of the critters here in Eternity Isle yet. I should check my little duties list. I say little, but it's still got a lot of stuff on it. Alrighty. Alright. Give me that. We're not doing too bad. We're only 2 minutes over our supposed break time slot, so... Oh no. Oh, I just remembered something else we have as leftovers. We have a little bit of leftover bacon. Which is nice. We're shifting some of our grocery budgeting around and trying out some new stuff. And it allowed me to get the fish that we're trying and the bacon. So it's exciting. Because it's hard being in a financial rut. It can lead to a rut for a lot of stuff. Like the fallout of that rut can create other ruts. And one of those ruts can be the food you're able to eat and can afford to get regularly. And so it's nice being like, I can get that fish today. My husband and I are both big fans of seafood, and honestly, our 7-year-old is also into seafood, which I feel kind of bad for him because I'm like, we can't get it that often. But like shrimp and fish and stuff like that. And if we could have seafood more regularly, we totally would. I don't really want to live on a coast, but I would, if I did live on a coast, I'd be eating so much more seafood because it'd be so much easier to get. Do not live on a coast, and so it is a little bit more expensive to get it where I'm at. But, oh man. And I think we talked about, was it last stream or 2 streams ago, that I was talking about loving both Asian cuisine and seafood, and so a lot of, you know, if you want to get into watching food videos, we lovingly call food porn in this house. Oh man, you can find yourself some food where it's like, oh, if I could eat that every day, totally would. So yes, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this, I mean, who knows what costs will be like. There's a lot of people convinced it's not going to get any better. There's a lot of people convinced that it's going to get worse. And there's a lot of people that are convinced it's going to get better. And I really don't know. I think there was a quote recently, like I would say in the last couple of weeks, where it was like, you know, plan for the worst, hope for the best, you know, and prepare to be surprised, and something like that. I'm not doing it exactly because I don't have it in front of my face at this moment, but like, I'm trying to hold out hope because I don't know. There's so many people are convinced that they're right, and they're all in disagreement with each other, that it's like, I really hope for the best, you know. I'm skeptical because I'm always skeptical. I try not to be cynical because that way usually leads to more anger, and I'm trying to carry less anger inside myself all the time. Like I have gone through bouts in my life where I have been angry a lot, and I don't like how that makes me feel. I don't like how it, you know, my reactions to stuff. I don't like any of that. So I actively try not to hold on to anger and frustration. Not to say I succeed all the time, because I don't. Again, we're human. But like, I am consciously aware of how much I don't like letting anger seep into my everyday existence. To the point now where I'm like, nope, I will not participate. If I can help it. If I can help it. If I see it happening, I will try not to let myself give in to that. So, I don't know. You know, we might be gearing up to be like, okay, we're ready to like shift some budget stuff around and, you know, figure out new methods of, you know, dealing with consumables and all of that. And it may not work out. It may backfire with, you know, things that are out of our control. Who knows? But for now, I get to have some fish and some bacon. So I will take that for now. And I will enjoy it. And if I'm very, very lucky, I will get to have both fish and bacon leftovers for lunch in just a few minutes. I'm assuming people have seen the meme of like Pooh sitting at the table, like waiting for his honey, like doing a little butt dance. That's how I feel right now about maybe bacon and or fish leftovers. All right. Did we do it? Did we get through? Did we get through all of this biome? And the desert? I think we did. So now what I really need to do is I need to drop off all this crap. And then I need to take my break. Oop, and I need to eat a berry salad. And I'll look and see if I can find a... Who's coming with me next? A miner is coming with me next. Well, Rapunzel's not a miner. So we shall see. I'm trying to drop off as much of this stuff as possible. Even though I'll be mining, I'm just trying to get my inventory emptied. Is Beast a miner? I don't think so. Flowers. I really wish this wasn't on me. It's really bugging me. I know it's silly, but it is bugging me. Like, to the point where I'm tempted to go to my house and just drop it off alone. Like, get out of my inventory. You know what? I'm gonna go back to the valley eventually. This is fish. I don't need that. Do I have them in here? Oh, I do. Should I put them in with the soil? It doesn't matter. Just put them away. All right. Is there a miner around? Kristoff's a miner. Well, let's go in there. I've already been into all the Scrooge shops today and to see if I could, if there was anything new. There was not. Which is fine, because I need to save my money. I have a feeling most of the stuff I am now missing is premium shop. Which means it's a good thing that I'm doing a Dream Snaps thing. I don't want to call it a challenge, because I'm worried that if I call it a challenge, I will fall off of it more. Like, I'll rebel mentally, because I'm petulant inside my brain. I don't wanna. But doing Dream Snaps, even if I only get the minimum every week, will still help me get towards affording more stuff. Because what was this week? There was a lot of stuff that was repeats or from Star Paths. So I actually already own this stuff, which is great. I bought this because it wasn't too expensive and they're cute. These jackets are cute. I think it was like 1,000 or something. It was 1,200, so it was 120 off of that. So I was like, that's fine for a couple of jackets. This 3,000, still too much. They're beautiful. And I don't have any of the tool sets, but 3,000 is still quite a bit. I would say I'm probably never... Ooh, look at that phone, though. I'm probably never going to pay full price for these unless I'm rolling in moonstones, which I doubt I will ever be. And then I thought about getting some of this stuff that's like not too expensive. Like these three are not really that expensive. I don't know if I feel like 2,000 for this costume is enough. But how much did I get? Have we... What is the one we just got rewarded for? I think I got 1,200 for my fairy, which is fine. You know, a little fairy. I think I got 1,200 for her. And then what are we voting on? We're voting on Lost Witch. Did we show this? We already showed this, right? I think we showed this on Thursday. And then I already posted the video. So if I do this, so this is the library one. Submission closes and starts, voting starts in 2 days. So this was bookworm style, just like Belle. You got lost spending the day with your favorite books. Create a cozy, stylish outfit that channels your inner bookworm or librarian chic. So I definitely went for the librarian chic versus the Belle thing, because somebody was saying they thought a lot of people were going to use Belle's this dress. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't think about this being her library look. You know what I mean? Maybe other people do, but this is mine this week. I really liked how the windows, like the light came in here. I really liked that. This reminds me of a reading room and a library that's in my city. So not exactly, but like the lighting definitely reminds me of that. I liked having like a little book display over here. I work in a library, so I'm familiar with book displays. I was like, and then I did a little, I have tea in here because technically this is in a house. So, I mean, I could have tea in my library, although only with lids in my actual library that I work at, right? But I liked putting the book piles around and these little side cart things. I think these are called trolleys in the game, which they don't have wheels, so I'm not sure how they are a trolley, but they reminded me kind of a book cart. I almost used Tiana's trolley because it actually it's on wheels, but it looks definitely more like a food trolley, and then the color didn't quite match with the other colors that I was going for. But yeah, I thought this turned out cute. And then I have people that I work with. This gray sweater, I have like 4 of them. So I was like, well, this is real. And there were actually some shoes that I have a coworker that she wears. These are not them, although she has worn stuff like this. She tends to wear tights. But we are library people, and this is not far off from what my coworkers will wear, so I felt like it was true to life, even if it ends up being something that people are like, that's too generic. I don't care. It's real. And yeah, so I liked how it turned out. I thought it turned out pretty cute. This is not what my library will be like when I actually decorate my library in my house. I definitely want it to be more cozy. This definitely feels more formal, like you would find in an actual library that you would go to in the world. Not that a home library, but because there's multiple desks and stuff. I don't know. She just looks like a librarian to me, like she's waiting for students. Anyway, so that's this week's Dream Snaps. And yeah. Curious to see what my Hansel and Gretel kind of inspired Dream Snap does for this week, but we will be happy with what we get because we at least participated, right? So anyway, I'm going to take my break and get something to eat so my stomach chills out and, use the bathroom, get a drink, all the things, and be back in a few minutes. That's not the correct button. I have to find the right button. Nope. I moved things around, which doesn't help me. I mean, it does, but it also doesn't help me know where the hell to click buttons. Anyway, here's the button.
Hey, where'd I come back?
All right. Well, I didn't get to my lunch. My son did claim the fish. I was like, no. I ate the bacon, though. All right. I have peanut butter crackers, because that's what we do. Or we're parents. All right. Where are we at? We are here making all of our suggestions. No. Making sure all of our settings are correct. There we go. I was like, there's a thought here. I can get there. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're mining. We're mining and we're feeding. How many monkeys are available today? This button. And then this button. All right, we've got the beige. We've got the black and brown. We've got the classic. And the tune. We've got 4 monkeys. So let's cook some banana splits. Whew. 1. I'm gonna have to do sugarcane again soon. 2. 3. And 4. All right. Ooh, look at that. I've almost made 10,000 mist, not even trying. I mean, just doing the stuff that I was doing. So that's nice.
Call me the princess of pumpkin.
Hi, Vanellope. Is there a monkey over here? All right. My break took a little bit longer than I had planned because my son has been on the hunt for some certain things that he wants to collect. One of them is a little Viewmaster. Not the one where you go ka-chunk, 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 but it's like a reel. And the one he found yesterday is like a re-release. Sometimes they re-release old toys like that. So this one was from 2014. And it had a little reel cartridge in it, but the film was wrinkled. So he was happy to get the device, but he knew that the reel wasn't in perfect condition. So we're like, well, we could, find some different reels for it. That's fine. But he was trying to fix the reel, and he found out that some of the film is actually all scrunched up. So he was able to get it to flatten out. He used a hairdryer to kind of heat it so it would soften up enough to flatten back out, which worked. And then he started using it again, and then a different part of the film scrunched. And I was like, well, maybe it's the device. Like, there's creating some wrinkles or something. It's like, no, I don't think that's that. Everything seems to be going well. So, anyway, he's really just disappointed that the cartridge doesn't work. And I was thinking, man, you knew yesterday when you bought it that the cartridge wasn't in great condition, but, like, the device was probably fine. So now he's on the hunt for some more reels for it, which is fine. I knew that was coming. And I'm like, okay, I was trying to, like, talk to him about it, and he's an emotional creature, so he was really frustrated about it. And I was like, it'll be fine, we'll figure it out. And he's like, well, I might want to look at some more cartridge. I'm like, can I get through my stream first, please? Like, please, man. Like, I have no problem with you wanting to figure it out and maybe get some new reels. I knew that was going to be on your list. It's like when you buy a new something and then you want accessories for it, right? I get that. And it's like, all right, I'm not asking for the whole day. I'm just asking for the stream time. Can you give me the stream time? It's like, yes. Okay, good. See you in a little while. Oh, hello. I'm gonna mine this and then I'll chase you. Forgot that I was supposed to be looking for monkeys. Where'd he go? There he is. Hello. Oh my gosh, some of these you have to chase for so long. Oh, hey. That's right. Scrooge is a miner. That's why we went and got him. All right. Banana split. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So that's the beige monkey. Fine. You're gonna be there. I'll take it. Alright. Might have to mute so I can eat another cracker. Because I am still hungry, even though I had like 3 little half slices of bacon. My little one's obsessed with bacon. So earlier this week when we mentioned that we could do breakfast for dinner and that we had bacon, he was just like, bacon. So, give me a second. I'm gonna have a sandwich cracker.
It's so great to have friends you can count on.
Right. Ooh. Well, where else would the monkeys be? Because I don't have a ton of spaces. Is there one out here that I missed? It's probably. I could look and see where they're supposed to spawn, because then it would tell. Oh! Hello! You. It's weird. Alright. Oh my gosh. Chase you, chase you. Banana split. I almost gave him a berry salad. He would not have been happy about that. Hmm. Okay, so is it... That's not the right button. Is it... the courtyard? Isn't that down there? No, it's not. It's up here. Okay. And then what else? Who else? The docks. So I should have found the black and white down there already. Where are ya? Oh, that's Stitch. That's not a monkey. Although I've always thought it was funny that he tried to pretend to be a dog. It's like... I don't know how many dogs that look like you, Stitch. And Lilo just goes with it. I hear you, Wally. You're so stinking cute. Is he over in this little thingy over here? Are you in here, little monkey? Ooh, tell me, why? I'm putting food in you. Is it not enough? Probably not enough. Everyone's giggling out there, so hopefully there's some levity going on. Which can help when you're feeling frustrated. Alright, where... Oh, there he is. Aha! It's like, where is this monkey?
Training in the mud is never fun.
Training in the mud is never fun, I agree. Unless you're training for mud wrestling. Maybe it's fun. Alright. 3 of 4. So now we'll go up. Up, up, up. There should be one more monkey up here and some more nodes. And then we'll go over to the tangle. We'll feed some capybaras. We'll mine some more nodes. Yeah, I think one of the things I was looking at today, besides the stuff at the time bendy workbench thingy, was like some of the pathing. And honestly, I don't even think I've slapped down some of the pathing that I've made from the resources that come from Eternity Isle. And I probably should. I'm afraid of looking at it and being like, that's amazing. Because then I will have some idea of how much resources I will probably need for it, and I will be discouraged. Or at least overwhelmed a little bit. There you go. That is 4 monkeys. You're the only one that didn't give me anything, you stingy. That's alright. Alright, I've got another load of laundry I need to do. And I have a load of laundry in the dryer that needs to be fluffed and then folded. I'm trying to teach my son to wash and then dry and then fold his laundry. So we'll see how that goes. And then put it away. You know? Like, please. Please do all of the things. Because I think for a lot of people, the folding and actually putting clothes away at the end part is one of the biggest struggles. But I'm just looking forward to not having to figure out whose pants and shirts and underwear belong to who. Because I just bought my older son and my husband underwear, and the only way I can tell them apart now is the size that they are. And it was becoming very annoying very quickly. And then there's my son and my husband have both gotten some new pants and some new shirts recently that are very, very similar to each other. And I kept having to go to my husband and go, are these your pants? And in fact, yesterday, my son washed his clothes, and I had tried to separate out some of the clothes that had gotten mixed together to help him. And so I tried to give him all of his clothes. And still ended up putting a pair of my husband's pants into my son's pants, into the laundry for him to do. So I was like, well, you just washed a pair of your dad's pants. Because he's like, these aren't mine. And I was just like, it's exactly the problem for me right now, is it's hard for me to tell them apart. And it's going to get worse, because my oldest is only 14. So more of his clothes are going to be more similar to his dad's in size and potentially style. Not necessarily. Some of it's very easy to tell apart because my son's style is different. But he doesn't wear, like, he has some suit pants that he really likes. He's got some button-down shirts that are things that my husband would never wear. So that's not the stuff I have a problem with. But he doesn't wear that stuff every day. So it's just like some of the stuff that you wear regularly and that your dad wears regularly are so similar that... And he needs to learn how to do his own laundry anyway. And especially when he's not wearing super complicated materials and things. I'm like, and this is how I don't trap myself into having to wash 14 different loads. Because anything that says lay flat to dry, it has to be really, really special for me to bother with that anymore. I don't really wear sweaters anymore. Because I've discovered the older I've gotten, I don't like to wear long-sleeved anything. The only time I really choose for like a sweatshirt or something that doesn't have like a button down, like this thing I'm wearing, this is an overshirt. It had buttons. I think it's got one button left, but it's something I inherited once my grandmother passed away, so I keep it more for sentimental reasons. The fact that it's warm is nice, But if it was just the warm, I probably would have gotten rid of it at some point. But it's my grandma's, so I keep it for that more than anything else. But I never use the buttons anyway, so even if it still had all of its buttons, I would not use the buttons. Because I like to layer, and I like to have the option to either have a long sleeve or a short sleeve. And if I'm wearing a sweatshirt or a sweater, it's harder to make that shift as needed. So I don't choose long sleeved things very often. When I shovel the driveway, I put a sweatshirt on, but I don't need a closet full of sweatshirts in order to accomplish shoveling every once in a while. So I don't buy a lot of that stuff. Where was I going with that? Oh, but the lay flat to dry. So a lot of sweaters are lay flat to dry. So because I don't wear sweaters anyway, I don't really have a lot of reason to have a bunch of sweaters that are lay flat to dry. And I don't really, if it's like, I don't tend to buy stuff that's dry clean only. I don't tend to buy stuff that's like requires ironing. If I can avoid that stuff, I do. Like I said, it has to be pretty special for me to want to purchase clothing like that. So we were talking about that yesterday. Like, you might decide, he might decide that he wants to wear, oh, hello. He might decide that he wants to wear a lot of that kind of stuff, but knowing that you need to wash it and dry it and care for it differently needs to be something you're at least aware of and may factor into what you purchase as you get older. It's kind of like I don't like buying dishes that are not dishwasher friendly. It has to be pretty special for me to purchase it that requires hand washing. Another reason I'm so picky when I'm shopping and wait longer for certain purchases, because I'm just like, nope, that's too complicated for me to take care of. I don't need to waste my bandwidth on that kind of stuff. All right, so that was the gray and white. Look at this. Getting some of that done. Ooh, we're getting close to the next leg of Feed the Monkeys. Feed the Capybaras. Ooh, look how close we are on Feed the Capybaras. Nice. 15 to go. Where's the snakes? Cobras. 44 out of 90? All right. I'm glad there's 4 monkeys usually when I try and do it, because apparently the monkeys are behind. Okay, so we've got the tune, which is in the grove, the grasslands, and the promenade. So have I already been to the grasslands? I have. I always miss that one. I don't know why. It's not like he's hard to see. I just never seem to remember it when I'm there. Do I have to eat again already? All right. Have I mined up here yet? Yes. Have I mined down here yet? I don't think so. Nope. Okay. What else do I have to do? I'd like to get a start on cleaning my bathroom. I need to deal with the living room because that's where all of the rest of the decorations are for Christmas. I need to get all that stuff down and put away. That is my #1 goal. Besides laundry, I have enough clothes that nobody's not going to be naked. And besides, was there a note in here? There's a note over here I missed. Besides cleaning the bathroom, which would be nice to get started on, but I'm planning on, you know, dealing with that over this next week. Kind of getting back into that rhythm. But I have to get Christmas down and put away. Because now that the tree is down, it's just packing everything else up. And oh no! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you're gonna run away now, aren't you? I didn't want to feed you that. I'm sorry. Come back here. Cabbage. There we go. They're so disappointed when you give them the wrong food. But theoretically, it won't take me that long to deal with the Christmas stuff. Like, I could probably start the load of laundry that I need to wash, fluff the dryer, and then pack up the Christmas stuff. And by the time I'm done packing up the Christmas stuff, I could swap out the laundry. In fact, I might be faster than the laundry gets washed. Is it really just those two nodes up here? Alright. That's fine. We will go this way and find this other capybara that I missed. And then we will... Oh, you are not a capybara. You are Vanellope. Sorry for thinking you might be a capybara. She is less hairy than a capybara. Sometimes they're up here somewhere. Is he out here? I don't know if I've ever seen the capybara be out here. Can you decorate over here? I feel like probably the answer is no. Give me this. Over here is fine. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it gets mad when you start trying to come over here. That's fine. I didn't figure you could, but it'd be kind of neat to be able to decorate areas like that. Now, it's not there. It's here? 259 out of 600. Why do I feel like these are the same numbers that I see when I'm in the valley? Does that mean that the objects are shared amongst all the worlds? Because if that's true, that's a problem. I know people have been complaining about the object restrictions for a long time, but because I'm not a decorator, I don't know as much. I'm not as savvy on what the problems are. Like, I hear about the problems, but I don't know the details of the problems because I haven't experienced them myself. But yeah, if that's shared amongst all of them, that's problematic. I would think that because you load a whole new area that it wouldn't be. All right, I'm eating this cracker. Eggs. That's rude. No, no, no. What happened to my eggs? Have I used them up by accident? I bet I used them up by accident. But that's exactly what happened to me. fine. I'll go buy more eggs, and then we'll go look at that snake again. There. I will buy a ridiculous amount of eggs. Yeah, I forgot. It's only stacks of 50. Annoying. I almost wish it would just let me buy them in stacks of 50 though. Like, let me buy them at a stack at a time. Oh well. I'll probably end up using them up anyway. Alright, where is it? Oh, hi. Do I have to do this again? Yep.
This valley is the most amazing place I've ever seen.
Hello. I have an egg now. Be happy about it. Good for you. Right. Now I need nodes. Hearing lots of giggling, which is good. I prefer the giggling to the squealing and screaming at each other, which sometimes occurs. Like, please, children. Can we learn to communicate at regular volumes? Great. Oh. Is that the same snake that I just fed? Okay. I didn't register the icon. I think it actually was already fed. Then why are you acting like no. That was weird. Because usually when you feed them, they're like, fine. And just chill around you. So I don't know what that's about. Oh well, apparently I have plenty of eggs to waste now. So that I can do silly stuff like that. Alright. Should put Aladdin up here by the Cave of Wonders. I heard it. Ooh, there's two of you right here. I'm gonna end up getting screwed on one of you, though. Because I'll probably freak the blue one out. I'm trying not to screw up the blue one so I can do it right after. Down, down. Okay, so if I feed you, can I then turn and feed the blue one next? He's still there. Your timing. That one, the pink one that I just did, it's got such a shorter turnaround compared to these ones. Sweet. Excellent. Is that all the snakes for the day? Or is there one down in the big part? It's this button. I got that one. Did I just get that one? Borderlands. This one is down in the plains. Down here. So I do have another one. Nice. I will get through feeding all of you. And then I can stop... Good Lord, Snake. Then I can stop carrying eggs. Which would be amazing. Well, I still need to get the green one. I feel like I gotta be like one feeding away from it. Every time I feed it, I think this has gotta be the one, and then it never is. And it's really annoying. Why are we so glitchy right now? What is happening? Man, I really hope I get to upgrade some parts this year. That'd be so nice. A girl can dream, right? Because I feel like I'm just at the limit of the equipment that I have now. And so I keep thinking, man, if I could just upgrade like 2 components, that would be amazing. But they're expensive, so. Grown-up me doesn't get to satisfy child version of me. until it makes financial sense to do so. I don't like being responsible. It's not fun. That's okay. I actually had to have a conversation yesterday with my son about how much I don't like to shop because I have to tell myself no all the time, and then I have to tell him no. And so having to say no when you're like trying to enjoy the fun of shopping sucks. So it actually just kind of kills the pleasure of the activity. Now, if we could just both go out and just look at stuff, like if that was where the fun lies, but you know, especially for him, he likes to acquire. Part of it's because he's young, and part of it's because he's a collector. But yeah, that discipline side of things kind of kills the enjoyment. Like, so I had to tell him, like, I just don't enjoy the activity very much because I have to be so strict. And he was like, you don't like shopping? And I'm like, no, I really don't. Especially if I'm shopping for clothes. When not all places have dressing rooms anymore, but like if I'm trying on clothes, then I have to come to terms with some of my body issues. Which is also not fun. So yeah, the sticker shock side, and then also the, I really wish I didn't have this extra whatever pounds I have. Or not, it's not even the pounds, it's just some of the cuts are not very flattering, you know, like the way things are made are not very flattering on the shape I am currently, so it makes it, there are things I don't think are gonna look good, and I put them on and I'm like, oh, that actually looks really cute, but they look like crap on the hanger. So I'm actually trying to train myself to pick things up and give them a shot, even if they don't look great on the hanger, because I wouldn't say every time, but frequently I am surprised how they look on me versus how they look on the hanger. And part of it's because I'm very short and very curvy. Even if I wasn't overweight, I would still be very curvy. It's just how I am built. But, and that's the end of that, right? That's the end of mining? That's the end of mining. Okay. So things that are made for curvy people do not drape well on a hanger that's like like a quarter of an inch wide. Like it's never going to look quite the same as it will on your body. So getting over that it doesn't look good on the hanger thing is probably in my best interest in general. But yeah, I don't like shopping for clothes because it's usually not a fun experience. All right. Let's see. Making sure I didn't screw anything up. I did. No, I didn't. Sometimes my brain just wants to just trick me. All right. Crackers.
You know, I really like
Just who I wanted to see.
All right. Let's do this. We are going back to the valley. Doing another round of time bending. And we're making pretty good time. I still have 25 minutes left in the stream, theoretically, which is great. Hi, Goofy. And I'm gonna do this right away, because the stick in my inventory has been driving me bananas. This is not where this goes. This is also not the place where this lives. This lives down here. Oh, are my pumpkins ready? Ooh, my pumpkins are ready to bake. Well, we'll see how much time I have left after time bending. Because time bending is more important than money right now. Look how little money I have at the moment. That's crazy. I mean, it's not like nothing. But considering I had like 2.5 million yesterday, I think it was. I keep doing that. I get to about 2.3 to 2.5 million, and I'm like, okay, go spend a bunch. I usually try to leave myself with about $1 million. But I also did decorating and then needed to purchase stuff. Okay, so what we're doing is equipping this and then doing this. All right. But we got quite a bit of mist. I feel like we got like 10,000 points of mist today. With just scouring. And this. Doing this. Look at that. I just made what? Almost 500? 300? 400 mist points just from that one little pickup thingy? Whatever this is. Yeah. 307 plus 154. 450, 460-ish. Very nice. Glitch, 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 glitch. Why? Wish I knew what happened. Well, and it's not even glitchy. It's just kind of stuttering a little bit as I move around, and I really wish I knew which setting wasn't quite right. Oh well. Like, can I do this real quick? Let's see what this says. What does this say? Yeah. What's pegging me? That doesn't sound right. What is getting pegged? That also doesn't sound right. Okay, hold on. In case you don't know, I have a filthy sense of humor. That is not your jam. This might not be your place. Weird. Why is it going so high? My settings have been downgraded, and yeah, I seem to be using more of my CPU right now than I was previously. Which doesn't make sense to me. What is happening out there? Oh, okay. I was like, where else is there to go? It wouldn't show me stuff in a cave. So my friend texted me in between when I first started my stream this morning and before I actually was streaming. It was still on like the stream starting soon screen. And she's talking about coming over later, and she's like, so are you doing your lady stream later? Which I thought was quite comical, her referring to it as a lady stream. But she was asking if you know, if we hang out, should she bring something crafty? And I was like, well, I usually, if it were me, I would, because I always want to have something for my hands to do. Even if I don't end up doing it, I want the option to do something. But now I'm trying to think of like, what would I work on if I had, you know, if I had to occupy my hands, because I've been doing so much gaming lately. I feel like I've been living at the computer to the point where I'm like, I feel like I should really make sure I do something else. Part of the reason I want it to warm up more so that I can actually have the option to do more art craft stuff in my garage. It's just been too cold to hang out there for extended periods of time. And so I was just like, well, what would I even work on? And how difficult would it be to get it going? Because I have like projects in like little baskets or bags or whatever, and it's just like, what would I even grab if I wanted to do a thing today? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Because I haven't been doing any glue booking lately. I have a latch hook project that I've been working on and off again for a few years now. It's not even that big of a project. And there isn't even a pattern. It's just tedious. I loved latch hook when I was a kid, and now I'm just like, this is... I don't mind tedium. I don't know what... There's just certain tedious things that I can do for a lot longer than others. And latch hook is one of those things where it's like after 1 or 2 nights tops, I'm just like, and that's enough of that for like 6 months. But my husband and I just started the 3rd season of Resident Alien because we have not seen that one yet. So I don't know if we're gonna take a break from gaming for a while. We've been gaming pretty constantly for... oh, since at least October. We've barely been watching any, like, shows, movies, whatever, together. Which, we do that sometimes. We'll go through a phase of, like, binge watching a show, and we won't game for months, and then we'll pick up a game and binge that for months, and then it's just a back and forth. But we have, usually by now, we would have switched back to a show, and we haven't done it yet. Did I do the plaza? Or did I go straight? Not plaza. The meadow? I don't think I did the meadow. I did not do the meadow. Oh, look, a lemon. Not that I need a lemon in my inventory at the moment, but... whatever. Ooh, she gave me almost 600 there. Did you see that? 592. That was a big chunk. Oh, and blueberries, apparently. All right. Gimme, 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 gimme. I need all the things. There's part of me that wants to start looking through the lists of stuff to craft and see just like exactly the kind of stuff I need to focus on. And then there's another part of me that's like, it's almost like, so the latch hook project I'm working on, I actually did the calculation approximately, because I'm still not sure if I counted the holes correctly, because it's a little matte. I want to say it's like, I don't know, 2 foot by 3 foot. It's not that big, but I counted the holes at one point, like, not precisely because I was not trying to be precise, but then I, you know, multiplied it because it's a grid, and I went, I shouldn't have done the math for that. Now that I know how many little squares I have, I now know this is going to take me forever. So the people that do like giant latch hook projects, more power to you. I have a big latch hook project I would like to do, and I'm just, there's part of me that's like, just start on it and then chip away at it, because that's like what we've been doing, right? Everything's getting small steps more often, so you don't burn out, but you keep on plugging along and try not to get discouraged by the fact that it's not done yet. And then there's another part of me that's like, but what if you start it and you really just are like, fuck that. And then you have yet another project sitting around waiting to work on. I mean, technically it is sitting around waiting for me to work on it, because I have pretty much all the supplies to do it already in the house. One of those things, well, one of the things is old t-shirts, so those were already here. And then the other thing was some just latch hook canvas, and I ended up finding we have a art supply store that's kind of like a thrift shop for art supplies, and they're called different things depending on where you are, but yeah, they sell pretty much anything you could think to make arts and crafts with, and it was just like a remnant of the end of a giant canvas, like a latch hook canvas. But it was like a couple bucks, $3, something, and there's a ton of it left. And I don't know how big the roll would have been to begin with, but I was like, oh, I'll grab that for like $3 because I can cut it down and use it for other stuff. And my son thought he might be interested in trying latch hooks. So I was like, this is cheaper than a kit. I mean, a kit gives you a pattern and pre-cut yarn and all of that, but I had an idea for it already. So it's already here. And I already have a latch hook, you know, like I already have the other stuff. But I'm afraid to start cutting up my t-shirts because then I'll have to store that stuff while I'm actively working on it, and I know it's going to take ages. Just ages. All right. What else? Where else do we need to go? Is this the last biome? I think this is the last biome. Let's double check. Okay, I've done the Frosted Heights, I've done Forest of Valor, I've done the Plaza, I've done the Meadow, I've done the Castle Beach, I've done Glade of Trust, I've done Sunlit Plateau, and Forgotten Land, so that is it. So I'm gonna go drop off the stuff I just got. We'll look at the time bendy table real quick. Some of it is resource too. It's not just the time bendy things. It's also like mechanical parts and stuff like that. So if I look at furniture, it's quartz, but these are all the gems, the different colored gems. Ooh. Oh, Bumblestone. I was like, ooh, I have 120 jade, and then I only have 30 Bumblestone, 31 Spadal. Ah. Ancient gears. I mean, that's a cute clock. I kind of want that in a workshop. Like, look at that. Ancient park bookshelf. That's cute. Ancient minecart. Some of this stuff, I don't know how often I would use it. Ancient treadmill. This is cute, though. A little ancient vinyl holder, so it's got little records in it. And I've got some parts going on. But look, I mean, I only have 25 of these, 31 of these. Like, it's just not that much parts that I have. This requires a bronze ingot, which is resources. It's cute though. Ancient part shower. Ancient part towel rack. Yeah, mechanical parts. This is cute. This little fountain. But I'm gonna burn through stuff real fast. Ooh, that's a door. All right, I'm gonna have to make at least 2 of those right now because I'm always searching for doors. Decorative vacuum. But then you get into stuff like this. Stone slab path, stone slab road. I mean, that looks cool, but that's a lot of parts. I mean, I could only make, I mean, they're 4 at a time. So what is that? 22 times 4. So that would be 44 times 2, right? 88? 88, that's not that much pathing for the parts, you know, that I have available. And then you have like this. I mean, that's an interesting looking fence. I don't know how often I'd use it, but it's a lot to... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There's other stuff too. There's... Is it in fragments? These things. And I might only make 1 of these... But the V8 Cafe, I need 10 of these decorations and glimmer. Agrabah Palace model, Tavern Piano. This, I could see using this. The tapestry. Scrooge's first dime. So some of these things I would really only make 1 of, right? But it's still a lot. I mean, I almost have enough to make the Sugar Rush starting line. That's pretty cute. But Isabella's flower bed. I have enough to make that. Mm-hmm. I'm not making it right now, but like, it's just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Anyway. All right. I dropped off the things. Let's sell this lemon and these. I'm just gonna... No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm gonna sell the lemon and then I'm gonna make a berry salad. Wow. Will it use the blueberry in my inventory first? Is that how it will do? Because if that's how it will do, I'll be happy about it. If not, I'm gonna be irritated that I then still have to deal with this silly blueberry. Hello, bird. All right. Berry salad. Excellent. Okay. I'm glad it prioritized my inventory. All right. Map. T. All right. We have 9 minutes. Can I scour the entire Eternity Isle for time bending stuff in 9 minutes? Maybe. It's time for the last cracker, though.
Wally?
Now my peanut butter crackers have been consumed. And theoretically, my stomach is now mostly appeased. I did not end up having enough time to heat up the leftover rice. That's okay, though. How many? Look at that. 55,000. See, one day in Eternity Isle. One day doing time bendy stuff. And I get myself back, what? At least 15,000? That's crazy. I mean, I'll probably burn through it, but you know. I'll take it, though. Considering I had to spend so much time getting Dreamlight to get the floating islands. And I still don't have that much. I still only have 10,000 points of Dreamlight right now. Oh, come on. I've seen a lot of those Monsters Inc. things today. +4. Is this a different area up here? Or is it the same? Oh, it is. It's a different area. Nope, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to focus. Ah, there's another one of those. That's just weird that I've seen so many of those today. I'd like for you to distribute. Give me some other things. Actually, I think you can... I think depending on what kind of time-bending thing it is, you can turn those into points and then turn those points into a different thing. So you can essentially convert the things you collect. I did that for the manuals because I kept getting the things that I didn't use. And I wanted very specific manuals because I was trying to shuffle all my companions around to different tasks. So I ended up converting a bunch of things. Which I'm glad. I like the fact that that's built in. Okay. I guess it's not out here then. Do I want to do the desert first? Maybe. Hello. Give it. All right. No more treasure in this area. That is one nice thing. I mean, it sucks that there's less stuff to get right now, but it is really nice to be able to quickly just go, and that's the end of that section, and that's the end of that section. So even though the returns have diminished, it's not like we're not getting anything, you know, just getting less because we've done it within the last couple of hours. Hello. So I have to go to the store tomorrow after work. I already have my list. Trying very specific budgeting things to see how we can improve our spending habits. It is nice. I don't like shopping. We've already established this. And I especially don't like having to do errands after work or before work for that matter. I don't like having to do that. I find it so much better if I have a very specific, like, especially if I'm going shopping to the grocery store or whatever, have a very specific list and then try my hardest not to look at anything else. Like, because a lot of people shop after work, and so there's a lot of people. It's too people-y, right? But just having that very specific list and then working really hard not to deviate. I have a little bit of wiggle room built in so that in case I do see something that's like on sale or like, oh, I forgot that we wanted to try that. But not so much wiggle room that I'm like, and now I have to look through every single thing and every single... No, we're not doing that to ourselves. We're not setting ourselves up to get annoyed because we gave ourselves too much leeway while shopping. I do that in art supply stores. I got money for my birthday once for my mom, and I took it down to an art supply store that's in town. Not the same one I was talking about where it's almost like an art supply thrift store, but a different one. And I was there forever because I had a limit, right? I had a budget because I had gotten money for my birthday, but it was still enough money to be like, ooh, I could try this fancy brand of colored pencils or this, you know, this, oh gosh, I can't even remember. I think I got some interference, which is super, super shiny stuff that can be in paint. I'm sure it can be in other things too, but it's like, it's iridescent and just really shiny. Anyway, it's better than glitter. Certainly, but it's intense stuff, and I was like, I've never used it. I want to try it. I didn't want to get a specific color of paint, so I got there's like different shades or different, I don't know. This one has like a green and silver and pink kind of mix going on with the iridescent. And there were ones that were like more blue or more red or more whatever, gold, or I think this one's got like kind of a silver or a pearl. Anyway, it's really pretty, and a little bit goes a long way. I still have a ton of that stuff left because I'm still, even though there's a ton of it and it doesn't take much to do anything with, I get kind of stingy. Probably already said that. I'm stingy and I'm cheap and I'm frugal. But stop talking to Daisy. But I finally picked one of those. I finally picked a colored pencil set. I finally picked, you know, like all of this stuff. But I would pick stuff up and walk around with it, and then I would math, and then I would go back and pick something else up and put something else back, and I was there forever. And I went by myself because I don't like doing that with other people because it stresses me out more because I'm afraid I'm wasting their time, and I probably wouldn't make as good of choices, or I would end up putting everything back and going, I'll deal with it later, because I don't want to like put other people out because I can't make up my damn mind. But yeah, sometimes even having like more wiggle room for purchases, especially when it's a want, is almost more dangerous for me. So a list is helpful. And the fact that I'm doing it after work is helpful because that means I want to get the hell out of there and go home. All right. We are almost through the final biome for the final run of the day as far as supplies go. That's fantastic. And even though there's a ton more stuff in Eternity Isle, it feels like, than anywhere else. I mean, the valley is a close second as far as how much stuff there is to pick up regularly. It doesn't feel like it takes me that long to get through it all, so that's nice. I mean, we did 2 full time bendy runs between here and the valley, and then I did a full scour and a full mining run, all in the span of just over 3 hours, so that's pretty good. I mean, that's, I had breaks and normal other stuff going on, so I mean... And I probably could do it quicker if I wasn't yakking. But here I am. I do that. I do that here. What you running from, baby? You okay? Up the hill. You don't need to keep clicking the button if you know it's up the hill. Okay, still up the hill. Alright. We have a few sections. Good Lord, giving me a ton of... This is how we're getting so much mist today. It wasn't from the tasks I was getting done, the duties I was getting done. It was all the mist that I've gotten out of the ground. Well, it's not really out of the ground. Out of thin air. Out of another dimension. Whatever it is. Out of the multiverse. I don't care what you're bitching about, Ursula. I'm sorry. Have we already done this area? Really? Okay. Have we done by the house? I don't think we've done by the house. Right? Oh. Did we already do by the house? Yes. Oh, is this the area I'm thinking of? Down here? Okay. No, we've done this. That's it, right? We've done it all. Fantastic. Alright, let's drop off our stuff. Get in there. Yeah, look, I got 28 of these. That's a ton. It makes me want to... Oh, let's see just how much we got going on. Because I dropped some off in the... Do I want that with me? Does it matter? In the valley. And you know what I want to do? I want to drop off that wrought iron. Because it bothers me that it's in my inventory. Okay. Oh, that's right, because I started like 5 minutes late. I'm like, why is it later on my thing? It's later on your thing because you were late. Late for a very important date. I want a skin for the rabbits for the white rabbit. But he could technically be a character, like a companion, as opposed to a pet. Because he speaks and everything. He'd be cute to have. Oh my gosh. squealy giggles now. I'll still take it over squealy frustration. Alright, so let's put this away. And actually, you know what, Daisy? Goodbye. Yes, bye. Is she a level 5 scramble coin? What? Oh, level 3. I was like, wow! That's really high. Not these. Why is there more wrought iron here? It's not right. Uh-oh. I don't know how many of these I had before, but I have 35 now. Okay, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna go put it in the frickin' plaza. Consolidate. And then I'm gonna go back to my house. This is what obsessive nature looks like. Not clinically obsessive, just minorly so. Like, why did I do that? What was I thinking when I put it in that box up there? Probably I wanted to get it out of my inventory and it was right there. That's probably what I did. So we played Valheim with a couple of friends of ours. And at the beginning, my friend was like, yeah, we're going to need some bullshit boxes. Essentially just, I don't want to have to sort all my stuff into a bunch of, you know, chests. I just need a drop-off box. So I made like a whole bunch of them and then labeled them bullshit boxes. Like walls of them. All right, this is not the chest. This is the chest. Yeah, I didn't have any. I might have had some in my outside boxes, but I didn't have any in here. That's nuts. Look at how many of these I've got going on now. That's quite a bit. But I should be able to convert stuff. So say I wanted to get out of here. Leave. I'm starting to get a little frustrated with some of the ceiling objects or like the wall objects that you can't have over other objects. They don't look like they should interfere with each other, and then they do. All right. So we wanted to upcycle. We could take these and turn them into dust. I have to have them in my inventory, but I think they have to be in the same, like, group. But gifts can be done, fragments can be done. I got a bunch of those. I could turn those into something else. Like, if I wanted the V8 cafe, I could probably take enough to make that. And I think it's a 1-to-1. I don't think you lose anything. The only thing you lose is mist. But that's okay. That's how I lost mist before, or got myself really low on mist before, was because I was trying to turn things into stuff I needed to make the manuals. So, what are these? Fragments. Why are these in two? Is this, oh, did I? Yeah, okay, I'm fine, I'm fine. Ancient machines. Quest, nothing in the quests. Great hourglass, also nothing there. That's fine. All right. Well, that's a good place to wrap it up. So I don't have anything weird in my inventory apart from the fact that I have extra eggs right now. I didn't get any more mist or Dreamlight, but that's because I wasn't focusing over here. I'm kind of over the valley for a bit as far as tasks. It's nice to know I can make, you know, anywhere from 8 to 15,000 mist and mist. Stop. Dreamlight in about 3 hours. That's good to know. Because I'm sure I'll need more of it. But we did get, I think I had about 39,000, so I made about 20,000 mist today. So that's significant. And I got a few of these done. And made a dent in some of the other ones, because that's just a natural byproduct of running around and doing stuff. But, yeah. And this is still, I haven't done anything in the Vale since the last time we went to the Vale together. So that's okay. Maybe I'll do the Vale on Thursday. That's the next stream day. Anyway, all right. I'm going to wrap it up because my brain is starting to kind of dribble out of my ears, and that's never a good sign when we're still trying to chat and do stuff. So, anyway, let's see. Tomorrow I still have to record my voiceover. Tomorrow should be my next decor video. Fingers crossed that I get all my crap done after I get out of here and reset my whole brain, real life situation. And kind of refresh and break from the stream. Okay, see, you can tell I'm getting disjointed because I can't even speak clearly. Okay, but in theory, my decor video should be out tomorrow. It should be my kitchen. And then Tuesday's another quote of the day, if you're into that sort of thing. And next Thursday should be here. I don't really foresee needing to cancel for any reason. And then, yeah, I don't even know what the dream snaps will be next week, but that should be my Friday video as long as I can keep up with the schedule. Still not sure if I'm going to end up flip-flopping the decor and snaps videos, but time will tell, right? So, anyway, other than that, oh no, I have to tell you, like, all the things, like the clicky things and the thummy things, and pretend like I am not awkward when I say, hey, it gives me a boost to do all that stuff, so I thank you for spending time with me. I hope you have a lovely day, night time, wherever you are, whenever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye.